Hello, everybody. Our subject today is stress. It's a very important psychological disturbance which occurs almost to everybody. This is life in the old days and nowadays. Stress is your body response to an uncomfortable, to painful, to unpleasant stimulus. This stimulus could be a real one, like, for example, run away from lion, or is an imaginary one. You think that somebody, your neighbor, maybe your colleague at work, he wants to harm you. Okay, this makes stress for your body. And what happens really in your body if this stimulus comes? There are a lot of biochemical changes which happen in order to prepare you to do two things. Either you run away or you prepare yourself to fight. Okay, I hope you don't fight with a lion. Okay, what happens really in your body? There is a lot of secretion of adrenaline and noradrenaline from your suprarenal gland, as well cortisol. From the other side, from the pancreas, comes a lot of insulin. Adrenaline and noradrenaline will stimulate the liver to produce more sugar. So your body is now prepared, really a lot of energy resources for the muscles in order to escape or to struggle, to fight. Okay, so as well there is vasodilatation. So this means that the blood vessels in your muscles, they are going to be dilated in order to get more blood. Okay, because the muscles are the most important part of your body now in order just to fight or flight. Okay, so this is the principle here. As well, there are other changes. For example, there is bronchodilation. This means that the airway is going to be dilated in order to gain more oxygen for your body, preparation to fight or flight. As well, there are other changes, like the blood pressure will go high, more than 200 maybe mercury. The pulse rate is going to be very rapid, maybe more than 140 per minute. As well, the breath rate, it's going to be more. So in order just to gain more air, this means more oxygens. As well, LDL will be more, fatty acid will be more. Is this response abnormal? No, it's not abnormal. It is very useful for a human being, because over the years, at that time, our ancestors, they were living outside. They have no houses really. They live in caves or live outside. So they may be attacked by a lot of animals. And so they have to have this response in order just to fight or fly. These responses, if they take short time, which is usually expected, for example, you have a car accident, or you have police fine, or maybe you have a dispute with your wife, or maybe you have a problem at work with your boss. All these things, that usually takes minutes, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, and then the problem is going to be solved, and all these reactions will go down. But the problem is that if it takes long time, days, weeks, months, for example, you are not satisfied at work, your boss is not satisfied with you, and you are struggling every day with these things. You are confronted every day with this problem, over a long time. As well, by the way, children may be affected as well. For example, in the school, maybe they have other pupils who are insulting them, who are trying just to hurt them, and this repeats itself every day for a long time. And in this case, we are going to have a health problem, and it reflects itself in different diseases. For example, heart diseases, high blood pressure, diabetes, adiposity, depression, or maybe sleep disorders. By the way, this response is different from one person to other. It depends on the age, on the experience or the life experience. It depends on religion. It depends on hereditary factors, and other factors. The response may be very mild or response very, very, very strong. The other negative effects of this long time stress, for example, demineralization of bones, atrophy of the brain cells. There is a center in the brain, in the lower part of the brain. Its name is amygdala, and this amygdala is responsible for fear, for sadness, for aggressivity and anger. The platelets in the blood, they are going to be more sticky, and there is a danger of occlusion of blood vessels, so you get stroke or heart infarction. A long duration of stress, you see different symptoms, on your body, on your temper, and on your behavior. For example, in your body, the most important symptom is headache. As well, there are other symptoms like gastrointestinal symptoms. For example, dryness in mouth, difficulty in swallowing, acidity, maldigestion, changes in sexual desire, or even you lose the sex desire, or you are unable to do it. Sleep disorders, muscle pain, muscle tension, chest pain, and you feel always fatigued. For the temper, anxiety, restlessness, feeling overwhelmed, loss of self-trust, nihilistic ideas, lack of motivation, sadness, depression. And on the behavior side, there are two possibilities. For example, in eating, you may have overeating or less eating, misuse smoking or alcohol or even drugs, or they're getting angry for simple reason, irritability, social withdrawal. You stop exercising, nail biting, you don't find rest. What are the possibilities to treat? Very important action is number one, regular physical activity, relaxation procedures, like for example meditation, like yoga, like tai chi, like deep breathing or massage. Third is to have a high sense of humor, spend more time with friends and family members, to find hobbies or to practice hobbies, reading for example, drawing, and all other things you can imagine. Very important, a balanced diet, and to have enough sleep, and to concentrate on active procedures, not passive ones. So passive ones, for example, sitting in front of TV or playing computer games. These things maybe to start with are promising, but on the long run they are harmful. Reduce or stop smoking. Reduce excess of alcohol or drugs or caffeine excess. So as you can see, stress is almost a daily exercise for a human being, and it depends on the personality. It depends on the age of the person. It depends on religion. It depends on the education. It depends on the position, social, political position, cultural position. This reaction is important, should not be long. If it takes long time, so it reflects itself in health problem like high blood pressure, like heart attacks, adiposity, diabetes. So try to live peacefully, accept the facts that always, especially in these days, you have to accept the painful stimuli and to react more logically, more pragmatic, okay, and solve the problem. Don't let the problem stay long time with you. Try just to get rid of them or solve them as soon as you can. I wish you stay away from difficult stresses till I meet you for the next time. Have a nice day and goodbye.